This is my 1980 El Camino, and this pile of parts is going to get installed onto this El Camino, so it can go from this to that. All right, so what we're going to be doing is replacing this AC condenser, couple of hoses, compressor, and my receiver dryer. And I am going to be doing the R12 to R134 conversion on this vehicle, just because the R12 is getting really hard to find. So let's get started, install some of these parts, and during the installation I'll describe the parts, why I'm replacing them, and stick around to the end. Let's see how cold we can get this AC to actually go. AC repairs like this can run into the thousands of dollars. I was able to do this whole thing for under $500. Stick around to the end, I'll show you the receipt. GM was quite smart in making this a two-piece fan shroud. So all I really have to do is take that nut, that little screw right there out, and as you see on this side, it's already missing, so it's already loose. And this is what actually holds the radiator, because we got to move this radiator forward to get to the condenser. Now, if you run into that problem where you still have Freon in the system, you can always take it to a shop and have them evacuated for you. A lot of the R12 systems are already almost empty or completely empty. So here's the old condenser, and as you can see, it has these tubes in it. And the new condenser just has this tube that goes like up and down vertically. So what this one did is the Freon would come in and then have to make the trip all the way through it till it got to here and then come back out. What this system does is it goes in here, goes this way, fills it all up, and then comes back out the bottom side. They call it a crossflow, because this is designed for an R134 system and this is designed for an R12 system. So it's recommended that you use a crossflow instead of this like linear flow, I think it's called. As you can see, there's nothing physically wrong with it, but there is a desiccant bag inside of this receiver dryer that sucks up all the moisture. So it's recommended that every time you open up a system, like we're doing right here, that you replace that receiver dryer. Sure enough. Alright, so here's one thing that you really have to pay attention to. That most R12 vehicles have been converted to R134A. The PAG oil contained in this AC kit is for 134A. So if you're still using the R12 system, you have to drain it. The reason that label is there is because most of the time these compressors come already full of oil, so you don't have to fill them. Sometimes they don't and you do have to fill them, but this one is full of oil, so all I got to do is put these brackets on it and put it back in the car, and we're ready to go. Another thing that we want to do is we want to clean whatever residual Freon might be in here, the R12 stuff. Make sure that it's clear, so when we put the R134 stuff, it doesn't contaminate, because there's probably still some residual oil in this Freon and oil. So we're going to go ahead and clean that. I'm just going to use this to collect anything that comes out of there. Spray some trusty brake cleaner in there. And then use my trusty air compressor to shoot some air through there. Now you wanna be very liberal with your brake cleaner. Now I'm talking about like, you know, blue hair liberal. We take our trusty dust compressor and just try to blow some of that stuff out of there. Forgot I gotta take the Orifice tube out. Ooh, that's got a lot of metal in it. A lot of gunk. Look at all this. That's probably why it wasn't cooling. See that? It's a good thing I am replacing that compressor. Again, put a little bit of oil corner of the interwebs, this is a variable orifice tube. It's recommended that you use one of these variable ones. For what reason? We're gonna find out, but they say that it's better. Like at low idle, it helps it run colder, so we're gonna go ahead and install this one. Stick it in there. Now this line does have a, like it can only go so far. This orifice tube, it's not gonna go. There's a little indentation here that doesn't let it go all the way through, so we're gonna be okay there. All right. Here. That one already has an O-ring on it. Through here. Booyakasha. Line this guy up. So here's an interesting thing that happened, right? As you saw, I plugged this in. When I went to pull a vacuum, I would get 0 here. So what I decided to do is I charged it up just with a little bit of Freon, and I found a huge leak right here at the manifold. If you look at that, the way it mounts, see how deep that is? And you see how shallow that is? And this is the way my old compressor is. As you can see, it's flat. So I was having a big old leak right there, and I was using these O-rings. You see how thin they are? I was about to give up, so I started looking up some parts, and it said there's a special washer kit. Just as I was gonna throw in the towel, check that out. They were in the box. So these are gonna work. So I'm gonna put this back together, pull a vacuum on it, charge it up, see how cold we are. Sometimes it actually pays to read the instructions. I was already gonna call for a refund, but luckily, this all is gonna work out for me. I just gotta get the manifold back into its spot. And now that this thick old O-ring is there, it's gonna be a little harder to do, but pump on. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's drawing it. That's good. That means it's sealed. So you need to sit there for a while, get it closer to 30, and then we'll charge it up. Here we are. Hasn't moved. Oh, an inch of vacuum in about 15 minutes. Because you want to make sure you pull a vacuum on the system, because what that does is it evacuates any moisture that's in these lines, in that any, you know, because you just had the system open. You want to make sure you evacuate any moisture out of there so it doesn't get contaminated when you put the new Freon in. And if you don't have this setup, I have these are Harbor Freight. This I bought at a yard sale. But if you don't have this, you can rent all this stuff at AutoZone. So you can absolutely do it yourself. So now let's go ahead and charge it up, see how cold we can get. right, guys, moment of truth. I'm in Long Beach. All right, so it's 74, but it feels like it's really hot because of the humidity. So you see right there, we're still at $120. We're gonna light this puppy off. See how cold we can get it. As you can see, it's already dropping a good amount. It's been a few minutes, been on the road for about 5 minutes, and look at that, 40 degrees. That's gonna be it, guys. Thing blows cold, very comfortable now. With all the parts that I bought, I ended up getting away with repairing this thing for under $500. These repairs go into the thousands. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like videos like this, I have plenty of them of me doing repairs on El Caminos, Volkswagens. Please check them out. Like and subscribe if you're liking the content. I'll catch you guys on the next one.